Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to avoid unhappy customers and a potentially very big mistake that you could be making in your detailing business. The truth is, as with many of these videos, I went through this personally, and I thought that by talking to you guys about it, maybe you all could avoid it. Because if y'all can learn something from this and potentially, move 10 more steps ahead in your business than where you could have been, even just one step, that means a whole lot in your journey. So to jump right in, as detailers, we are a service-based, business. We really prove our worth through our results. Like, the results speak for themselves. That really is just what we do. We constantly post before and afters or videos showing the process. That's just the easiest way to really show your worth. So besides that, when we're trying to make a promise, say when a customer is negotiating with you about a detail, it's almost really easy to get caught up with that and potentially over-deliver. And so we've talked about that a little bit here before, but it really does come back again in this scenario. So we're negotiating and we're really trying to make a promise on what we're going to be able to do for the vehicle. We're trying to explain our services and what the end results are going to be and what they can look forward to. And so when you're in the moment and you're really trying to sell yourself or even just excite the customer, it can be harmful. It can end up coming out the wrong way, to say. To be more specific, we end up promising too much sometimes. And that's what this is about. This is about the sometimes. So you're negotiating, you promise too much, and then what happens? If you can't deliver on that promise or that excitement, then we've got an issue. We might have an unhappy customer. We may have disappointed them a little bit, or their reaction won't be quite as good as it could have been because we set the bar too high. And that doesn't necessarily sound like a bad thing, does it? But when we look at the end results that it could lead to, it can be. So of course we want to sell ourselves. Of course we want to excite the customer. Of course we want to make sure that they feel like their vehicle is in good hands. But this is where the downside comes in. This is where the huge mistake is if we do that and we don't deliver, then not only is that going to hurt the customer, but it's going to hurt our business. It's going to hurt us. It really is just bad for everyone because it leads to bad reviews, less customers, and the customer's vehicle isn't taken care of. It is not to what they expected. It is not what you promised. And so this is a simple thing when you think about it to just fix in the negotiation stage. And the easiest way to avoid this is to simply give them a little precaution and to just be honest. If they are showing you, say, a stain or a really deep scratch, and you're kind of iffy on if you can do it, tell them that. And I know that is the last thing we want to do. That is what we see as harmful from the get-go. But it's going to be so much less harmful if you end up exceeding their expectations, if you end up under promising and over delivering. If you see this huge deep stain or deep scratch and you don't feel like you can do it, tell them that you will do your best, but you aren't entirely sure that it's going to come out, at least not 100%. As detailers, we do not promise 100%. We never promise 100%. because so many things can go wrong. There are so many variables, So many things that we do not expect. So many things that we cannot account for. So we never promise 100%. It's just like in paint correction. A lot of the time you'll hear detailers talk about how they will promise maybe about 80%, at the highest 90. Like that's how much it's going to be corrected. That's how much better the paint is going to look. You never promise 100% because there is no such thing as 100% if you are, say, restoring something, if you're trying to fix something like that. So to really break it all down, the problem comes when we promise too much and we don't deliver enough. We have to flip that. We have to underpromise and overdeliver. We've talked about that before, but this is specifically about in the negotiation stage. This is specifically about before the detail, when they are showing you the vehicle, you're talking about it, and you're figuring out what needs to be done. So be honest with the customer. Tell them that it will not come out 100%. And so if it doesn't, then there's no harm. You told them this. That is what they expected, and all is well. You did your best, they know that. And everyone's happy. But if you tell them that you can get it out perfectly, everything is going to come out super clean, and you don't know that, then if it doesn't, that's the issue. That right there will cause so many more problems that you don't need, that can be easily avoided just by telling them the truth. Just by making sure that you aren't over-promising, that you are under-promising and over-delivering. And I know that this might sound a little repetitive throughout this video, but the truth is it's that simple, it's that easy to come across, but just like with a lot of the other things that we talk about, it's a simple mistake that a lot of us need to learn how to avoid and need to acknowledge. Otherwise, we're losing money, we're losing customers, you name it. So if you want to improve your detailing business, if you want to improve your communication, if you want to get more customers, this is one of the easiest, free ways to do it. This way, everyone is happy. And that is what we want. But that really is it. Just wanted to bring that to your all's attention. Make sure that you don't make that same mistake, that you can avoid unhappy customers, and make sure that you are getting happy customers. And if this is an area that you are flawed in, now you know. Now you know one way to make it easier. Let me know if you have learned anything from this video. Let me know if you know any other methods. And if you have any other tips or tricks you'd like to share. I'd love to go over them. I'd love to implement them myself if I haven't already. And I'd love to share it for those who haven't either. Because the truth is, I really just want us to all grow together. And I want us to all learn together. And yeah. That's that. Have a good one, y'all. See ya.